Hi guys, as promised, here's your 30-minute workout, strength resistance band workout. I've just been sent these bands from Syosin Fitness. Really comfortable to wear, so even if you were wearing leggings you can wear them, and they do not roll up, so you can get yourself some of these. I will share the Amazon link to give them a try. If you don't have any bands, it's fine, you can still do this workout body weight. If you still want that intensity, if you still want a bit of more resistance, you can use dumbbells or kettlebells. But grab yourself some of these, and obviously if this workout is staying up on YouTube, you can do it anytime. Come back to it when you get yourself your bands. What we're going to do today is supersets. So a superset is when you do 2 exercises back to back. We're mainly focusing on legs today. You're going to feel that leg burn. Those of you who may have any injuries or limitations, there's discomfort or there's movements that you haven't quite mastered yet and it compromises your technique, just take it down to your level, modify where necessary. I will give you options, but please make sure you're training safely. No music today. We're all going to focus on technique, mind and muscle connection. Everything is roughly 8 reps, so you're working 30 seconds each time, and plus I don't want to be cut off. Anyway, let's get started. I am going to use the heavy band first. We're going to mobilize before we get the bands on. So first of all, take your feet wider than your hips. Take a seat and come into your heels, sit into your heels. Some of us have different range of movements and flexibility levels. If this is not accessible to you, take your feet wider and just go as low as you can. Make sure your heels are down. We're going to reach and twist. Feel that twist in the spine. Open up the shoulders whilst you're opening up the heels. Fingertips reaching up toward the ceiling. We're going to come up and then drive your hips back. You feel that nice stretch in the hamstrings. If that's too much for your knees, soften your knees slightly and push through the legs. And then we can twist, torso twist again, opposite hand to the toe, keeping those hips back. And you feel that nice stretch in the back, nice stretch in the back of the legs. And then come center, curling all the way up. From there, I'll turn to the side, step one leg back, tuck your hips under and push your hips forward. Keep on your heel and you feel that deeper in the hip flexor. Reach the arms up and then open and then up and then open towards the other side. Same thing, up and open, up and open towards the other side. From here, hands down, tuck the toe, and then we can rock forward and back. Hand inside that front leg, rocking forward and back. And then from there, coming all the way up, just change to the other side. Coming down, tuck the pelvis forward, lunge forward, keeping the weight in the heel. Reach the arms up, and then open, and then same again, reach it up and open the other side. If this feels sore on your knee, grab a cushion or something to place underneath your knee. Reach, open and take it up. Take the hands in, same again, tuck the toe, come up, and you can rock forward and back here. Open up those hips, keeping that front heel down, and then bring that leg in and curl all the way up to standing. From here, big circles, knees all the way out. Lift that knee towards the chest. 4, 3, 2, last one. Hands coming up into single squats, arms up as you sit all the way down. If you want the music, play some music whilst you're doing it. Make sure you can hear me though. Up, take it down. From here, swing the arms across the body. Try and tap the back. 3, 2, and 1. Back into a lunge overhead. This time, arms all the way above. 4 more here. 3, 2, last one, and 1. From there, coming all the way down onto the floor, we're going to be in a glute bridge position. Heels flat onto the floor, drive the hips up and lower, lift up and lower. power. Big squeeze at the top, come down. Big squeeze, come down. 3, 2, 1. Same move. Lift the right leg up and do the same. We're doing this 8 times. Push the heel into the floor to help drive your hips up and squeeze it at the top. Exhale. Last 2, 2, and 1. Waking up those glutes. Change sides. 8 reps. 7, 6, 5 more. Waking up the glutes and the hamstrings as well. 4, 3, last 2, and 1. From here, hands up, swing up to seated. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs again. And then from here, coming over onto your front child's pose position, stretch, and then bring the hips forward, come back, and then forward. So make this a continuous movement. Hips back, and then forward, stretching out that back, and forward. Then tuck the toes into a downward dog position, hips high, and you're going to bend one knee at a time, pedaling the feet, push your hands into the floor, hips nice and high. Imagine someone's pulling your hips up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it all the way, and come up, shake it out. Let's get those bands, the exciting part. So I'm going to use the heavier band, place it above your knees, like so. Make sure when you have the bands on, they want to cave you in like this, but you're always going to drive your knees outwards in line with your toes. Exercise number 1, we're going to do a squat into a back lunge, a squat into a back lunge, okay? Keeping the heels firmly down. When you do your back lunge, that knee points down toward the floor. Don't travel forward and put the weight in your toes. Keep the weight in your heels. Core nice and tight. Try not to open up your hip. Keep your hips facing forward. You step back. Avoid stepping in a line. Keep the feet hip distance apart. One side and then the other side. 8 repetitions. 3, 2, 1. Stay low. We have a squat. That's 1, 2, 3. Staying low. 4, 5, 6. Keep low. 7. Last 1. And 8. Change sides. Squat. Lunge. That's 1, 2, 3. Halfway. Keep it there. 6, 7. Last 1. And 8. Shake it out. 15-second recovery. Legs should start feeling warm now. Remember your technique. Really drive those knees outwards. Keep the weight in the heel. Chest up. Core tight. 3, 2, 1. Squat first. Squat. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep all the weight in the heel. 6, 7. Last 1. Straight into the other side. Squat. That's 1, 2. Keeping low. Keeping low. 4. Halfway. 5, 6. Last 1. Last 1. Stay with me. And 8. Woo! Legs should feel warm. How are we feeling? 1 more set. I forgot to tell you 3 sets of the superset. So 2 exercises back to back. 8 reps. How are we feeling? Should be feeling good. Stay low. If you have weights, you can do kettlebell, front rack position, or dumbbells. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Squat. That's 1. Remember, this is the last round. Halfway. 4. Squat. 3, 2. Get ready to change. And 1. Straight into a squat. Squat first. That's 2, 3. We're almost there. Last 1. 4, 5. Staying low. 6. Woo. 7, 8. Oh, the burn, the burn. Do you feel it? Shake out the legs. So the next exercise, I'm going to try the next level. So that was actually the hardest one. I shouldn't have used the hard one straight away. Well, it got me warm. I'm going to go to the medium resistance now, the black one. Exercise number 1, what we have, we're going to have our feet hip distance apart, making sure our hips facing forward toward the floor, because we're going to lift this leg. The standing leg stays bent, the arms are above, and we're going to lift and tap. Exercise number 2, we're going in for a lunge and a jump. Use the arms as momentum. Remember, if you don't have any bands, you can do this body weight. So set yourself up, band just above the knees if you have. If you have weights, what you can do is hold the weights here and pulse it upwards, and then have the weights here if you've got dumbbells. If you've got the kettlebell, you can have a kettlebell in one hand, the same arm with the leg that's going back, lift, lift, and then you can do singles without the jump if you have a heavy load, okay? Quality over quantity. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Hands up. We've got 8. Tap. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep this leg bent. 2, 1. 8 reps. 7, 6, 5. Really drive up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. These reps are so low, but as I said, quality over quantity. Make sure you have that full range of movement. Make sure you have that depth in each movement. If you need to take it up, do you need to add weight? Do you need to add more range of movement? If you're not feeling it hard enough, add all your bands. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, bent leg. 6, core nice and tight. 5, 4, 3, big squeeze the glutes. 2, 1, take it down, down, drive. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Really going to feel it in the glutes. Really going to feel this one in the posterior chain. The glutes, the booty, your hamstrings, especially when you're here, you have that tension in your hamstring on the standing leg, and we're isolating this movement here, isolating the glutes here with this movement. Try not to open your hips. Try and keep your hips facing forward toward the floor, then you lift. A good way to guide you is to look at your foot. Where's your toe pointing? For example, my toe points downwards, tapping the floor. If your toe is not tapping the floor directly downwards, you're opening your hip, okay? So try and keep that hip pointing down toward the floor. I like to use the arrow analogy. 2 pointing arrows, pew, pew, pew. It's a chopper. Pointing arrows, pointing down toward the floor. Anyway, you've had loads of recovery. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, lift up. 8, 7, 6, bend this leg more. 5, 4, 3, big squeeze. 2, 1, take it down, down, drive. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember, take out the jumps if you need to. Change sides, get yourself ready. Hips, hips, feet. Can't get my words out. Feet hip distance apart. Hinge the hips back, soft knee. 3, 2, 1, lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Straight down, lunge, drive. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. How am I feeling? I'm getting a towel to wipe my sweat. Hope we're feeling good. We've got one more set to go. Remember, supersets, 3 sets. Change over to the other side. Feet hip distance apart. Take a breath, roll the shoulders back. Hinge the hips back. Soft knees, and then you can reset. Here we go. Lift. Remember, last set. 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Straight down. Come on. 8, 7. Should we get that a little bit higher? 5. Use the arms. 4, 3, 2. Last one. 1. Change. Whew. Shake it out. Feeling this one. Hinge the hips. Tap back. Extend the arms. Lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down we go. 8. Last time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Whew. Take off that band. I'm going to go on to a lighter level. The grey one. Wipe my sweat. Going on to a lighter level because we're taking the width of our feet wider. So, crab walks into a tuck. This one's really going to get their heart rate up. So what we're doing, set the feet wide, hinge at the hips. We're walking side to side. How are we doing for time? 10 minutes. Stay with me. So, walking side to side. Then we're going to do a tuck. Side. Then we're going to do a tuck. If you want to take away the tuck, any injuries, if you have any limitations, you do your crab walk. You sit down and you stand up for a single squat. Are we ready? Yes, I hear you scream. So hinge the hips back. We're not going to go into a full deep squat. Just slight bend in the knees, but drive those knees out, core tight. Avoid arching the back. Retract the shoulders. Imagine there's a chair behind you, but it's not that close, so you're going to stick your booty back instead of dipping down and putting the pressure in the knees. The weight goes back into the hips, into the heels, drive your knees outwards. 3, 2, 1. So we go to the side, tiny, tiny steps. 4, tuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, tuck. Side, 2, 3, 4, big jump. Side, 2, 3, 4, tuck. 4 more. 4 more tucks. 2, 3, 4, 3 more tucks. Come on. Drive those knees out. 3, 4, last 2. Whew. Feeling it in the booty now. Come on. Stay with me. Last tuck. 2, 3, 4, and tuck. Whew. That one hurt. That hurt me. Give your booty a slap. So guys, this one does have the impact, as I said. Take away the impact if you need to, if you have any injuries, or if you're a beginner to fitness, not because you're feeling tired, okay? If you're intermediate or above, do that tuck with me. Get the knees to the chest, tap the heels. Whew. Shake it out. Fight against that resistance. Remember, that band always wants to close you in. You've got to fight it like you mean it, like you're fighting for your goals. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Side, 2, 3, 4, tuck. Side, 2, 3, 4. Stay with me. Keep it wide. Tuck. Side, 2, 3, 4. Big tuck. 4 more tucks. Come on. Keeping your heels. Whew. 3 more. 2, 3, 4. Whew. Last 2. 1 either side. Come on, stay with me. 3, 4. Last one, 2, 3, 4. Ah, my butt's on fire. Woo! Do you feel it? Are you with me? So guys, how are we doing for time? Whew. We are almost there, so stay with me. Last bit of leg work, then we're going to do a little bit of upper body and core. So walk it out in between your recovery. If you're intermediate or advanced and you need a little bit more of a push, keep your feet moving on the spot. Even if you're not, still keep your feet moving. Ease out that lactic acid build-up, that burn that you feel, that burn that always wants you to give up. Now it's your last one. Remember, your last one is always your best one. You haven't got to do it again. Keep that in mind, and then you can give it 110%. Are we ready? So reset ourselves. When you're fatigued, you may end up compromising your technique, but just reset yourself, take a deep breath, and think about what your body's doing head to toe, mind to muscle connection. So relax shoulders down, core nice and tight, chest is up and proud, hinge the hips back, and straight away create that resistance if you've got the band. 3, 2, 1. Side, 2, 3, 4, tuck. If you're doing this body weight, you can do a run and a tuck, yeah? By the way, 2, 3, 4. So that's if you haven't got any equipment and you want a little bit more of a hit element and you want more speed, more tempo, then you can still do this along with me, but do it in your own way. 3, I've lost count now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big tuck. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're almost there. Come on. Tuck. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more either side. Even though I've lost count, we've got to do one more. You're probably screaming at me saying, that's enough. Stay with me. Last 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn. I'm sure these bands are tighter than what I'm used to. Trust me, I'm feeling it. Drop them like you're dropping your panties. Shake out the legs, beat out the booty, and give yourself a deep breath and exhale. From here, we're going to do a little bit of upper body. So you have the band, we have a bent over row. Use the band with the lightest resistance. I think for these it's the black one. So use your band with the lightest resistance. If you haven't got a band, grab yourself your weights, dumbbells or a kettlebell, preferably dumbbells actually, not a kettlebell. This won't really work for a kettlebell unless you stay with rows, which is an option. You can get yourself 2-litre bottles of water or tins, okay, depending on your level, but you've got to make sure you feel it. If you have the band here, create tension. We're going to hinge the hips back. When you hinge the hips back, you have a slight bend in your knee. Don't lock out your knees. So as your hips bend, hinge back, so do your knees. Look, at the same time. So do that with me. You bend both, but don't bend downwards. Drive your hips back. You see the difference? So you're tilting back, your hips are to the back of the room. Your chest is forward, eyes to floor level. Retract the shoulders, arms here. We're going to do 1 row, 1 front raise, 1 row, 1 raise. If you have a kettlebell, take away the raise. It may be too heavy. You might have an 8 kilo kettlebell, 10. You can just do continuous bent over rows. Don't go too heavy. You shouldn't really go above 5 kilos if you're doing a front raise here in that position. So between 2 to 4 kilos, row and raise if you've got the dumbbells. If it's too much when you do the raise, if you feel pain in your back, just stay with the rows. If you need to get up, you can get up. Okay, here we go, hinge back. So we're going to row, big squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift. 3, doing 16, 4, 5, 6, halfway, 8 more, lift, 7, 6, elbows back, hands towards the hips, lift, 4, 3, last 2, last 1, and lift. Excellent. So we're feeling that in the top part of the back, the rear deltoids, the shoulders. Make sure you create that resistance with the band. This can be easy if we're just here like that, not creating any tension. Create that tension straight away. You're contracting those muscles in the back and in your arms too. Squeeze towards the belly button. Hands, imagine if you want your hands to go towards your hips. So your elbows are back, they end up kind of in a 90-degree angle, and your hands towards the hips. That's where you end up. Not with your hands next to your chest. Pull them back here as if you want to grab your booty. Front raise, lift the hands, shoulder height. No higher than shoulder height, okay? 3, 2, 1. Let's go back in. Big squeeze and lift. Big squeeze. Can you create more resistance? 3, 4, lift, lift. Don't forget your breathing, keeping the core nice and tight. You got 8 more, reach. 7, big squeeze, reach. 6, second round. 5, you should feel it much more. 4, lift. 3, 2, last one, and lift. Woo! Last set to go. 3 sets of that exercise. Row and raise. Again, if you've got your tins, you should still feel it. You create that resistance. So for example, I've got a candle here, not really a tin, but this is light. You think, oh, it's not really going to do anything. You've got to be in control of creating that resistance, so that even if I had nothing, I'll be contracting my muscle, creating that resistance. Mind to muscle connection. So big squeeze, get the elbow high, hand toward the hip, and really lift, extend the arms, reach it in front of you. Last round, 2, 1, squeeze and lift. Hinge those hips right the way back. Lift. 3, 4. If you need to recover, you can stand up. It's an option if anyone has a bad back. Lift. 6, I think I lost count. 7, 8, halfway. 8 more, stay with me. Lift. 7. Keep the weight in your heels. 5, 4, big squeeze. 3, oh, I'm creating this resistance, it's burning. 2, 1. Oh, yes. On to core work. How are we doing for time? 3 minutes left. 30-minute work. That's all you need. Okay? Well, it depends what you're doing. And sometimes if you want to do more, you can. You can use the template of this program if you want to do it in your own way. For example, play with the rep ranges depending on what volume of weight you're using. You can extend it. You can do 4 sets. You can do 5 sets of each. If you're going heavier in each exercise, you can reduce the sets, but increase the volume. So you can use this program to do it your way, making sure that you get the most out of it. That's the main thing. Okay, so last exercise, core exercise. We're going to place the band. Can you see there? Place the band at the soles of the feet. We have a tuck and a V-sit. Tuck and a V-sit, okay? Making sure the tension stays on the band. Any back problems, avoid lifting your legs off the floor. So you can just stay with your knees bent. You can do 1 tuck, 1 reach. 1 lift, 1 reach, okay? Still, if that pains your back, just keep it small. Keep the spine flat to the floor. Tuck the navel in. Contract, come up, and come down slow with control. Contract, come up. So do it your way, okay? If you want a different challenge with the core, you can do a plank. 3, 2, 1, tuck, V-sit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, last one, 8. Woo. 2 more sets to go. So 3 sets of those 2 exercises. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Tuck, tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, nearly there, come on. 6, 7, yeah. Woo! Oh my God, I struggled with that one. I'm feeling your pain with you. Sometimes when you do your core work, you may feel your hip flexors go. I know that's a weakness of mine. Go to your own level. If you need the recovery, take the recovery and join back in when you can. If you're feeling certain niggles, I know I feel the pain in my hip flexors a lot. They get fatigued more. So that tells me to spend some time, you know, working on mobilizing my hips a little bit more, and most definitely strengthening the hip flexors as well, so I can get the most out of the exercise. Don't just ignore the feelings in your body when you're doing certain exercises. Obviously understand the difference between muscular fatigue and pain and discomfort, okay? So really keep in tune with your body. Last set, and then we have a stretch. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Tuck, lift, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 5, 6, 7, last one. Whew. Oh my God, I feel it. Hope you feel it too. Guys, that's your 30-minute workout done. Let's have a quick stretch. Take your feet wide, get into those hip flexors. Again, just like we did in the warm-up, and you can move side to side. From there, step one leg back, same way we did in the warm-up. Bring that hand inside, and then you can just roll it out and move the body from side to side. From there, hinge the hips back into a hamstring stretch. Lean your body forward. Hold it there. 3, 2, and 1. Change over to the other side. So step in, lunging forward, hands inside that leg. Slide this back leg back, and you can feel it open that hip a bit more. Make sure the front heel is down, and you can move your body side to side. Go to where you need to feel that extra stretch. Hips back into a hamstring stretch. You can stay up if you need to, or sit back. Deep breath in, and exhale when you go into your stretches deeper. 3, 2, and 1. Take that leg back into a child's pose position. Sit into your heels, open the knees, reach the arms, even spread those fingertips, and you can move side to side. Feel the stretch in the shoulders, in the lats. Oh, that feels good. Imagine someone's pulling on your hands, and then imagine someone's pushing your hips down toward the heels. Feel that stretch in the whole body. 3, 2, and 1. Hands underneath the shoulders directly. Knees directly underneath your hips. You've created like a square, a box shape. Chin to the chest, arch the back over, and then reverse slowly. Hips come up, head comes up, and then you can move side to side, big circles, whichever way feels good for you. Back into that cat-cow stretch. Good, and tuck the toes, and then walk yourself up into a quad stretch. If you need